Hey guys, and welcome to the Forex market analysis session. In today's video I want to do the analysis of my whole portfolio. I got 19 pairs in it. If you guys are new, my name is Alexander Nikitin. I'm a professional trader and the developer of MPS software. Okay, let us start. I prepare my MetaTrader. MPS 5 is running to identify all the patterns automatically, and on my right screen I have a text document. I will list all the interesting setups here, so you will have kind of market overview, kind of radar, what I think to be the most interesting. Euro dollar 1 hour first advanced pattern approach says nothing, and if I switch to harmonic approach it says nothing. Let us switch to 4 hour. Based on 4 hour we have nothing as well. Dollar yen, we have a potential cipher with a completion of 109.60, 16 for 4 decimals, never mind about 4 decimals. Okay, and harmonic approach says nothing, so a potential cipher. And as usual, when I talk about the pattern identification, I say the patterns should be obvious. They should not be seen only to you, they should also be seen to other market participants. That's why I have created other algorithms that will decide what is the swing of the market, what is the wave of the market, because it is the most important in identification of a pattern. You first need to have a good solid swing identification technique that was proven on history and that fits the majority of market turns. And and you should also keep in mind what other people are looking at. For example, wave traders, Elliottians or whatever, they are looking at some oscillators to confirm their wave. So why not to have their techniques to see if their view supports your view. This is what I call an obvious in the market. Okay, I have created 5 algorithms, automatic algorithms, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. My favorite is this, and if it is supported by 2 more algorithms, so total 3 of 5 say that we have a pattern here, then this is called an obvious pattern, and it can be traded pretty conservative, not conservative, pretty conventional according to the rules that are listed on my website www.ps-software.net. By the way, if you click that Learn the Patterns tab on my website, you will have an absolutely free trading courses on these patterns. Simply choose whatever pattern, click on the diagram, and you will have a detailed description on identification, execution, and management for the pattern. Okay, stochastic supports, yes, RSI supports commodity channel, and WPR, so 5 of 5. Cipher pattern 1 hour. Cipher 1 hour. USD JPY. Well, let's check a 4 hour situation. So what we have on 4 hour, basically we have nothing. Let's go pound dollar 1 hour, nothing. And 4 hour, this bad, almost invalidated. If this current price exceeds the A point, it will be invalidated. Okay, and harmonic approach says a Gartley pattern, a bat or a Gartley, depending on your approach. You should choose one of the approaches and stay consistent with it. Advanced pattern approach is a bit more aggressive because in placing the trades you use limit orders, and harmonic approach is a bit more conservative because you define a potential reversal zone and look how the price action respects or rejects this potential reversal zone, or it breaks it through. So you make a decision based on the price action in harmonic approach. Okay, pretty obvious. Yes. Let's do it this way. I will type GBP USD 4-hour, and first advanced pattern and then harmonic pattern. You can see bat means advanced bat and harmonic means Gatli. Gatli means harmonic, sorry. Euro yen 1 hour, continue. Nothing to my taste. Nothing to be filling the ratios. And 4 hour. Okay, nothing that is forming for trading. Aussie dollar 1 hour. Okay, as I told you about this potential reversal zone and about this bat, we don't have anything, but we have a harmonic bat pattern. Okay, this is the price action, and what you should keep in mind about the execution. The bar that crosses the last line of the pattern is called a terminal price bar. So look at this bar. Not only it crossed the last level of potential reversal zone, it also crossed the invalidation level of the pattern. So the pattern is invalidated, and look how it did this. It did this with a large candle. So you can see that the pattern is invalidated, and instead of the pattern that indicates to the upside, you see, instead of bounce, we had a violation. So what happens when support is violated? Like this. So we violated our support. So what happens next? Typically the support is tested and then price continues. Okay, the support started here. Pay attention to this. So this was the zone. Support is never a line, it is kind of zone. So we've broken this zone, retested this zone, and now we have a wonderful opportunity to sell it. The pattern says sell it, guys. Wait for a reversal bar to appear. If you guys don't know, a reversal bar is a bar. For example, we're moving higher. I simply place a close price here, higher and higher. It doesn't matter where they open, it may be here and here. So we have kind of uptrend or some upswing movement. A reversal bar is the bar that has a higher high. When I say higher high, it means the higher high above the previous high. It has the higher high and it has a lower close. So you see the close of this is lower. If we gapped, it looks this way. So we gapped from this close to this open, it looks this way. In this case, it will be called a kicker. When you gap and then you close lower than the close of previous bar. If we didn't gap, then it will look this way. Something of this kind. So a reversal bar in this case will be called, I don't know, a pin bar, an inverted hammer, or how do you call it, shooting star. Anyway, it will be a good reversal. Simply keep in mind that we are at resistance level, and after price goes at least 1 pip below this reversal, for example, you place your order here, yes, after price crosses that level below this reversal, it supports your analysis. You have a follow through. This is very important, not to only have a signal, you should also have an entry candle. So next candle should move at least some distance to support your analysis. I talk about the price action right now. It is true for whatever execution. If you are looking at a pattern, for example, here we have some support resistance that was marked by the pattern, and you are looking for execution, it will be the same kind of this. So look at the lower low, and the lower low in Forex is 1 pip below. If it is only 1 decimal below, so 1 decimal, the 5th number, you see, it's not okay. It should be the 4th number, this one. So from, for example, 95, it should become 85. Then you should execute that, 1 pip below. Otherwise, the lows should be treated as equal lows. Okay, once you have that, it is very convenient to execute trades using the buy stop position or sell stop position. It is a pending order that is executed at this price that you set to your broker. Execute at 85, for example, yes, and your broker will execute as soon as price goes there. If price never went there, you see this, and instead you have a higher low, your signal is simply invalidated. So wait for another bar, set another trade, and you need to have a follow through. You need to have a candle that supports that your signal is okay. Before the trade is executed, the candle is called a signal candle, but after the trade is executed, the candle is called a it was called a setup candle, but after it is executed, it is called a signal candle, and this candle is called an entry candle. So what I like to do most after this, I'm pretty aggressive with my stop management. After this appears, first I set my stop loss somewhere, I don't know, whatever I suppose the safest zone, and when I have a confirmation of a reversal, I place my stop loss immediately after this entry candle closes. You see? Okay. Hope you understand this. Simple support resistance trading, Aussie dollar. I will type it continuation. AUD USD. What is this bet? Continuation. It is a very good pattern here, very good opportunity. Look at this resistance, support, broken support, now should turn into a resistance, and pattern was coinciding with that, showing you this. You can see how harmonic analysis coincides with structural levels, support resistance levels. Pound yen. Okay, we had this wonderful winner on pound yen, and I've been trading it according to a BAM harmonic strategy. Basically, we simply broke this B point here. I told my guys in this in the group, I have a private trading view group chat where I typically share my execution, and I say, guys, I'm going to sell it. So I waited for this, then I went here, and I found that reversal bar. Here it is. Simple execution stuff. It will be needed in future if you pay attention to this stuff. Yes, this is a zone. Yes, we broke and closed below, and we had a confirmation. This is break and close. This is a confirmation of that break and close. So this is not likely to be a false breakout because we had a confirmation low. Okay, after that we had a retracement, and we had this reversal bar. So this is a reversal bar. What I did, I placed my order here. Oh, sorry guys, the first thing that you should do, you should measure the number of bars. So if you measure them as 48, this is not okay. You need to switch to 30 minutes. Now it is okay. $30. Okay, now it looks much better. This is a reversal bar, higher close above previous, lower close below previous, yes, and the trade is placed somewhere here. The trade is placed somewhere here. Initial stop loss will be good to place here, but when the candle closes, this candle closes, it immediately cut here. And you see, after the close of this candle after the trade is executed, what is the risk to reward? Typically it is from here to the lowest close of the low to retest lows. Well, 1.5 versus 1, and what we did, we went here, we spiked through, and then we went higher. We could sell it one more time at a higher resistance level. I told you guys that resistance level, support level, they are zones. Typically they are the zone from here to here. Previous support and previous resistance, they build a zone, and what we have here, we have a kind of rejection. So you had an opportunity to enter aggressively with this, using this pattern, like this, enter aggressively, and of course you were to switch into a even or lower time frame, because this pattern is what? It is 10 candles. So if you notice that you have a kind of minor pattern here, and this minor pattern coincides with the whole analysis, and it coincides with the support resistance trading that you are going to execute, instead of waiting for a reversal buy, you can also execute this using a pattern. A pattern is also a good entry technique. Let's consider this example. It was 14 candles, should multiply it by 3 at least. It will be multiplied by 2, and this one will be multiplied by, so now you see this candle is looking better. Well, not supported, slightly exceeded the A point. Okay, not a valid pattern. Well, but when you see the situation like this, you should pay attention to it as well. You can also execute something as a pattern. Minor pattern supporting the larger pattern equals good execution. Minor pattern can be treated as an execution. What we have right now, we had the large candle trying to, yes, it was completed. It is a terminal price bar. We tried to break this this stuff, support stuff, but we also have a support broken here. So let me put it this way. We had a large candle breaking something here, so I think it was a good support here, and we broke this, but we didn't have a follow-through. A follow-through typically indicates that we most likely have a false breakout. So what would be my good confirmation here? Let's draw some kind of trend line, and we also broke to the upside. The last two highs, this and this, they form a trend line. Of course you can draw the trend lines whatever way you wish, maybe this, but when I draw trend lines, I simply unite the last two highs like this, two highs, and it is broken well by this candle, and next candle is a kind of follow through. And what will be an even better confirmation here is to break this. If we have a candle closing above and then we have next candle following through, you simply can set your buy stop pending order 1 pip above the breaking candle, and automatically if you have a follow through you will be in. Of course you should place your stops here, and the targets initial movement, this, it is already better than the stop loss, and you can even aim to here. Okay, let's see what is this support. This support, it looks broken, but the breakout price action is kind of indicating the false breakout. We closed below, but we didn't have a follow through. It would be much better if we have next candle 1 pip below that confirmation. Okay, keep this in mind. As far as advanced pattern analysis goes, we simply broken that advanced pattern level, and we never had something that indicates buying pressure here. We never bought the advanced pattern. Okay, now let's go for our harmonic advanced approach, say nothing. By the way, let's go to the 1 hour harmonic. 2 out of 5, 3. Yes, pretty obvious. Let me put it here. GBP JPY. I will call it a butterfly pattern. It is a pretty conventional, pretty traditional to call harmonic patterns patterns. I mean, when you say butterfly pattern, it means that it is harmonic pattern. And to call advanced patterns, you should call them formations. So whenever you say butterfly formation, it means an advanced approach, a butterfly formation or butterfly pattern. So this is the terminology to distinguish the two approaches. Well, let me sip my coffee and let's continue. Pretty good potential buying opportunity. I would wait for this to be broken. Trendline break is not enough for me. Wait for this high to be broken. We install a higher high. Maybe you will wait for a retracement here and wait for this to signal you that we have a high low as well and buy it to the upside. Dollar Canadian 4 hour. Nothing. Okay, advanced formation butterfly price extremes not supported by other algorithms. Let us switch to 1 hour. So we had a bad, as far as the bad pattern goes, I dislike this choppy movements within this C to D leg. They are, for me, most likely a continuation. So just imagine this situation, what you have. I need to have a drawing panel back. I'm using light short screen stuff, so I draw something here and I save it on my computer or to the cloud, and then I can send it to anybody. So when we have this kind of broken C to D leg, it is typically a range, and what happens when the range is broken is the continuation. Well, sometimes it's enough to capitalize on targets here. So if you entry, we know that 50% after the breakout we have a retracement to retest the broken resistance in 50% of all cases, and another 50% goes straight through like this. So you could trade this as a bad pattern, could trade this, but I never do this. I like to have it pretty straight. At least my indicator should draw only one line, and this is what I call straight. When one line is drawn, then it is straight. When 2 lines drawn, 3 lines drawn, then it is choppy or whatever. Okay, go in here, butterfly formation by other, this one straight by another indicator. Well, two indicators showing the bad formation, but one of them is showing straight, another one is showing choppy. I never entered this, so it already hit some targets. Okay, as I told you, if you are a support resistance trader, you have a good opportunity here. Keep this in mind. Consolidation level. Typically we consolidate just above support or just below resistance to break it through, but keep in mind what side of this consolidation the price will follow. Maybe it will follow to the upside, and you will have the bounce, or maybe it will follow to the downside. So for now it is something not obvious. New Zealand dollar, 1 hour nothing, so harmonic approach says the same, and 4 hour is nothing. Okay, pound Aussie, 1 hour, 4 hour, and sorry, advanced and harmonic, and 1 hour, 4 hour. Nothing. Euro GBP. Oh, finally we have this pattern completed, and it is what? It is an advanced Gartley. Yes, it is a Gartley pattern. Pretty obvious, supported by other algorithms. At least three of them supported. Okay, Gartley by this, Gartley by this, and another this. Okay. If it is supported by three indicators, then it is pretty obvious, a Gartley pattern, and we had some kind of reaction, here. We had a break, reversal to the downside, and continuation candle, and after that we had a retracement. So I think we've broken some trend line, maybe not yet. Needs to be examined further. What is this time frame? The time frame is 4 hour. What is the size of the pattern in terms of time? It is 64 candles. It is pretty good for 4 hour execution. Okay, so what do we have next? Retracement. Well, we have a pretty good double top. Let us switch to 1 hour, and I will show you what I mean. You see, this is initial test, and then it goes higher. This is initial test, and then we have a break of this double top. Well, the break had no follow through candle. We didn't have a low. Not an obvious situation for me. I would never enter this aggressively. I would wait for another reversal bar. So if we have another reversal bar, I would trade it this way. I will trade it small. When I say small, I mean both position size, and you see this is the target, the trade 2. Yes, I would enter somewhere here, place a stop loss here, and target will be here, the retest of current lows, because I have some doubt that price will continue to trade 2. So when you trade those patterns, yes, you know that you have a 60% probability of price to go to trade 2, but if you will capitalize on those minor movements as well, you will add to your win percentage much more, and you will add to your risk reward much more, placing stops here. You simply know when the pattern is invalidated, and you know when it is completed. Well, but if you're completely new, try to trade patterns according to conventional rules. But then you will find that in order to eliminate large drawdowns, you need something to execute within those periods when the pattern doesn't work conventional way. But there is many situations when it works an opposite way. For example, when we break that support that was predicted, or resistance that was predicted. And there are many situations when it works this way. At least we have some bounce, minor stuff, maybe not touching exactly the trade 2. I had plenty of this situation, and then it reverses and continues the trend. But if you are a professional, if you know what to look at, you can capitalize on this movement as well, and instead of the pattern being a loss, you can have a win. So it's simply a matter of your experience, if you can recognize the situation that it is enough for you. So based on my analysis, let me also well, we have a kind of wedge pattern here, and this one is a double top broken to the downside, then Nice opportunity to enter here. I would still wait for a reversal bar to appear. There is a technique called 2618 when you have a double top, then followed by a breakout. You stretch your fibs and enter at 618. So it is already 0.7, so enter aggressively at 618, placing your stops above the double top. And targets is the retest. When I say retest, it is the test of lowest close. So if you enter here with stops 8.2 pips and targets 19.4, twice larger, but I would wait for a reversal bar to appear. When the reversal bar appears, I would place my initial stop here, and if I have a follow through, I would immediately limit my risk, placing my stop loss here. So this is my plan. Okay, yes, it looks good. Okay, so we have Euro GBP 4 hour. I would call it this way, Euro GBP 4 hour, and it will be called the Gartley, and 1 hour 2618. Oh, here's the code. Gartley and 2618. As far as the 1 hour goes, let me switch this on, and we have no patterns, no harmonic, no advanced patterns. Okay, let's go next. Euro Aussie. Harmonic patterns, advanced patterns, 4 hour, harmonic patterns, advanced patterns. Well, when you have this kind of identification, first you, I don't know, you kill two rabbits with one bullet. First of all, you have absolutely objective drawing each and every time. So if you did the backtesting and you calculate the patterns to be 60% precise, then you will have them drawn exactly the same way. Yes, there are some indicators on the web that draw ideal patterns on history, and then they cannot draw them real time. Mine is a bit different. It never draws ideal patterns on history, and watch my previous videos to see that. Because the reversal of the pattern is a thing that is calculated, it is never taken from the chart. So if we talk about patterns and we have 5 points of these patterns, yes, point number 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. So my indicator calculates this, calculates this, calculates this. After this 3 calculated, it compares one to another, and if it is good, it projects where this will happen. It calculates where this will happen. The majority of indicators doesn't do any calculations. They do it this way. It calculates this, calculates this, calculates this, calculates this. But this exists only when we have this. Yes? So in fact, the so-called indicators showing the patterns, they never have this yet until this happens. Because what happens if we have it this? It draw a Gartley initially, yes, like this, but then you come to your computer and the indicators say, you know, the Gartley evolved into a butterfly. Okay, you buy the butterfly, and then you come to your computer and it says, you know, your butterfly evolved into a crab. So what the heck is this? Is this okay? It either works or it does not work. Evolved. Of course, in history you never know how this evolved because it is already evolved. And you can say, oh, we have a crab, we have a Gartley, and we have butterfly, whatever. But in real-time progress, you should have something that predicts. You should stay ahead of the market. You should be ready in advance. Well, continue. 4 hour nothing, 1 hour nothing. Aussie yen, 4 hour nothing, 1 hour I told you about the continuation of this pattern, and it was pretty good winner. This situation is similar as Aussie dollar BAT continuation. We broke the support. I think I'm talking about this pattern for the whole week, starting from what? From Monday, maybe. Monday, broken support, broken pattern, retest of that, yes, retest of lows. So when I say retest of lows, I mean that it should at least touch the lowest close, and it was pretty good winner. Maybe not from the first touch, you can see we didn't touch this and reversed. Maybe some of them hit stop loss here, but then we had nice reversal, another stop loss here. Maybe if you enter it somewhere within this zone, 1 pip below this reversal bar, you still have a good risk to reward, and the distance to here should be greater than the distance of your previous loss. So you have some kind of recovery. And now what we have now, it looks like a head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders to me. Is this a head? This is a shoulder. Now we're broken to the downside, retesting back. Wait for a reversal bar to appear. Your initial stop loss will go above this high, and then when you have a follow through, you can move your stop loss lower. What is the target for that? It is typically calculated as the height of this head projected to your breaking point. Head and shoulder reversals based on the pattern plus head and shoulder. Let us type it this way: AUDJPY H and S, but continuation. Okay. One hour. Harmonic advance say nothing. Same situation here, broken the butterfly pattern. Nowadays a good opportunity to sell. Let's go harmonic, and it says nothing. Was this butterfly formation obvious? Well, it was not very obvious. Okay, stay away from this. Okay, nothing here. Pound Canadian, 1 hour, nothing is there. 4 hour, same stuff. NZD JPY, 1 hour, nothing. 4 hour, nothing. Euro New Zealand, 1 hour, potential butterfly, sorry, yes, it is a 1 hour. Potential butterfly setting up. Not only a, in harmonic approach, it may be a deep crab pattern. Yes, it is a deep crab setting up to retest this. Let me isolate this. You see we had this kind of consolidation, a deep crab pattern retesting this. Well, but for now it is very far from completion. If it ever goes there, and then it may be this. Okay, and with advanced approach we have a butterfly. A butterfly will simply retest only the high of this formation. It will not retest the trend line. So this or that situation. Let us see if it is an obvious one. Pretty obvious. 3, 4 out of 5 algorithms support that. Butterfly. Well, I think I need to keep that in mind. Euro NZD, 1 hour, butterfly formation. Form. Okay. Now we have 4 hours says nothing, harmonic says nothing. Canadian 1 hour. 1 hour we had this Gartley, pretty cool winner. Harmonic pattern, advanced pattern, nothing. Let's go to 4 hour. Nothing. Aussie Canadian 1 hour and 4 hour. Nothing. And here, okay, what we had a cipher winner, but I would stay away from this. I never entered because of this choppy movement within the cipher CD leg. And we also had a butterfly pattern, and it was a break into the upside pattern, but with no follow through, so we never had a continuation. If we talk in terms of harmonic patterns, we had a nice deep grab pattern, I suppose, yes, and it worked exactly the way to respect that resistance zone and go to the downside. Okay, it is already part of the history. Aussie New Zealand. So what do we have on Aussie New Zealand? We had a kind of, it is 4 hours. You see this one, it already hit the 382. Okay, wonderful. It is already part of the history. The pattern worked. Now we have the second test, retest of that resistance. And the large candle, the price action that is showing this power, the momentum of this candle. Look at this, we've been approaching to this resistance, we had a reversal candle, then we had this, then we had another reversal candle. So it is kind of slowing down, and this one is opposite. We had this indecision, a large wick to the downside, a smaller body if compared to a range, and now we have this candle that is looking more strong. So it indicates the momentum, and when we have this kind of momentum, we most likely break this. So if we break this level, we will head to the upside. Nothing for advanced pattern traders. Okay, let's go to 1 hour. Okay, nothing is here as well. Potential continuation on broken butterfly. Not broken Gartley, but the Gartley didn't give us the full reversal of trend continuation, but it gives us an indication that price goes higher. Let me type it here. I will call it Gartley continuation, although it hit the target. Let's put it this way, because it didn't hit the second target, it will be a Gartley continuation. AUD, NZD, 4 hour, Gartley continuation. Continuation. Well, that's it for today. So what we have, cipher pattern on 1 hour, pretty far from completion. Pound dollar, Aussie dollar, pound yen butterfly pattern, 4 hour Gartley, Euro GBP, and 26.18 on 1 hour. This one is my favorite here for today. I will look for additional confirmation, and if I have an additional confirmation on 1 hour, it will be the idea of the day. And Aussie dollar baht continuation is the second one. Aussie dollar baht continuation. Sell Aussie. Selling Aussie, we sell commodity pairs. If you guys don't know, the pairs are treated as being risky pairs. They are Euro pairs and commodity pairs. They are Aussie, New Zealand, Canadian, and they are shelter pairs. They are dollar and yen. Okay, these classification have only 3. Aussie dollar, 1 hour continuation, this one. Oh, we had a reversal bar, and if this bar triggers to the downside, triggers the entry, it will be a nice entry opportunity. Aussie dollar back continuation is the favorite. Well, hope you like this video. If so, give me a thumbs up, share this video on social media with your friends, comment below what you suppose to be your best trading opportunity from the list we created today. If you're new, click that subscribe button in order to not to miss my next episodes. If you're interested to learning these patterns, you are welcome to visit my website www.ps-software.net. Let me open it to you. On the front page, on the home page, you will see the software itself. There are 2 videos. The introductory video, it will tell you about the overall situation in this software market, what software we have, what approaches we have. I explain in details the difference between advanced pattern approach and harmonic pattern approach. So you see the 2 patterns, they symbolize, one of them is advanced and another is harmonic. And the software number 2 is the demonstration software. The video number 2 is the demonstration video. It shows you all the details of how the software works. Currently, this video is about the MPS version 4, and what I've been using today is MPS version 5. Soon, MPS version 5 will replace MPS version 4, and that's why it will become slightly higher. Not slightly, but enough. So, if you wish to get the MPS version 5 for the price of MPS version 4, we have a pre-market sell-off till the 1st of July. Whatever software you order on my website, you get the newest version already, because it is already created, it is already done. But the pricing on my website says this, then of course you should only pay what my website says. Then you can compare versions. I created this list. It is a very interesting list. It tells you about all the functions available in the software. So you have this numerous functions. Okay, you can also get acquainted with my recent trades, and here I have my scalping strategy on my very small account, and it's moving to the upside. This is the euro-dollar scalping with pattern strategy. If you are interested in this scalping strategy, you should watch my YouTube video that is called Scalping with Patterns. Simply find it in my videos list. And you can also watch some charts from my trading view. If not following me on the trading view, you can watch my charts. Let it load. Takes some time. This is an Australian dollar, this was a New Zealand dollar. So I simply mark these these arrows for those of you who don't understand what direction I'm looking, and then we can load new bars to see if the idea worked. So you can see it touched my green lines, it touched my what was that, take profit, and then it went. I don't care what it do next. So I have plenty of them. If you go lower, you can watch it. Free videos, of course, I add some interesting videos that I find most educational, and learn the pattern step. This is the one that I was talking about. Choose whatever pattern you're interested in, and you will get a most detailed free trading course. So you have this diagram of how it should look like, then you have the identification rules, very detailed identification rules. So if you learn them all by heart, you can present a professional identification of a pattern. If you already have a basis of swing identification, if you already have some techniques of how to identify swings correctly, then you simply compare them and watch if they fit these ratios. You can also use this criteria as a guide To check your patterns, simply read this, switch to your chart to measure something, and read one more, switch to your chart, something, look and repeat. Got the harmonic pattern trade execution rules, okay, and trade management rules. Of course, this all should be at least read, this all should be at least understood how it works, but better if you learn it all by heart and you know exactly what you should look at. It is much better. Okay, now that's it. See you next time.